Well, statistics show 1 in 5 workers have taken time off in the past year because they feel stressed, depressed or anxious. Let's bring in psychologist Marnie Lishman. Good afternoon to you, Marnie.
Good afternoon, Tivo.
How do we know if we work in a mentally unhealthy environment?
Oh, there's so many signs of a mentally unhealthy workplace, and I think, looking at the people around you, looking at your team and your colleagues, if there's low morale, if there's no respect for, management, if the loyalty's decreased, if there's decreased productivity, if people aren't being as creative as they normally are sure signs that it's a mentally unhealthy workplace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Should employees let their bosses know if they have a mental health issue? And I mean, how do you deal with that as well?
Yeah, exactly. And I think in a perfect world we should be more open and honest, but I still think there's a little bit of a stigma attached there and people are still fearful. But we need to be able to create that demand, because realistically a lot of us are taking those sick days for mental health reasons, and all of us spend most of our life at work, and a lot of us will experience a mental health issue at some point in our lives. It's very likely, and this all plays out in the workplace, doesn't it? So it's important that our employers know that this is happening, otherwise they're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah, okay. Well, what responsibilities does a boss have to keep the workplace in a healthy, good place?
Oh, they have all the responsibility, and that's the thing about leaders. They're in such a powerful position to make changes, and change starts from the top. So they, a good leader is going to be receptive to an employee that comes to them with, expressing that they're unwell. And employers need, a boss really needs to be acting exactly how they would if their employee came to them with a physical health issue.
Yeah,
exactly
absolutely.
the same. Yeah.
All right, well, what steps should employees take then as well?
Well, I think first and foremost is actually going to your team leader or your management and talking to them about exactly how you're feeling, if you're comfortable. And secondly, hopefully the boss is going to be responsive, but if they're not, then you need to go to someone else who's a safe person in your organisation, whether it's another, upper management or HR, otherwise a support agency attached to your organisation. And if you're still not getting any response, make sure that you're getting outside psychological help. So going to see a psychologist outside, so taking those sick days and making sure that you're getting all the tools and techniques you need to manage that stress and anxiety and depression, so that you can come back into the workplace and deal with it there.
And as you said, it's so important to try and shake that stigma and actually talk openly about it as well.
Definitely.
All right, always good advice, Marnie Lishman. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.